Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here again. Today is the 11th of May 2021. If I can, as usual, open with a request for the favour, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel. That'd be marvellous and appreciated. Today we'll look at the one-off album Edge of the World, back from the good old New Wave of British Heavy Metal days, by a band called Wolf. Right, and Wolf did not, and forgive me a shocking pun, right? Wolf did not howl ho 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 for too long back around the original Nawabum days, but this soul album of theirs, Edge of the World, bona fide done deal classic, right? Now they started out in the late 70s and were known as Leviathan, and then they changed the name to Black Axe and finally to Wolf. So you could say they had a bit of an identity crisis, but in reality I think it's reasonably safe to say that as far as Wolf were concerned, a mixture of bad luck, bad decisions and bad management all played a part in keeping the band from reaching the full potential that they undoubtedly did have. And despite having the songs, a killer guitarist in Simon Sparks, high profile support slot on a Scorpions tour, that wouldn't be enough to catapult Wolf into the big time, and instead it was gone, right? And such a pity, because Edge of the World is something special. Think a sort of a hybrid period UFO and an early MSG, and you've got an indication of what to expect. Now Simon Sparks' guitar work is spectacular, quite fantastic. He's all over it, jaw-dropping stuff, and such dexterity and ability all the way up and down the fretboard and round and back again. And at times he just channels the late great Paul Chapman and indeed Schenker at his peak. The man is that good. Add to that, we've got some very solid, chugging, crisp rhythm guitar and occasional keys chucked in, not unlike another ex-UFO man that sadly passed recently, Paul Raymond. Some tub thumping drumming and vocals with a sort of Phil Mogg style melody in a slightly lower, gruffer register, and that's the full recipe. It's great stuff. And whilst Edge of the World is in the same postcode as early 1980s UFO and Michael Schenker group, Wolf stand on their own 2 feet, or, forgive me another shocking pun, should that be, stand on their own 4 paws. Oh man, somebody stop me! But they most certainly had the ability to go right to the top of the tree, and listen to the album and you'll hear it for yourself. 10 songs, just shy of 40 minutes. That might not sound like much, although those 10 songs all deliver the goods, really do. Generally short, succinct, to the point, powerful, heavy, melodic, and you've got that monstrous lead guitar work from Sparks all over the place. Some selected highlights. The title track chugs along. Big rhythm guitar, big hook, sparkling solo. Heaven Will Rock and Roll is a bit anthemic, as is Head Contact Rock and Roll a few tracks later. Shock Treatment, pacey, bounces along, some really venomous vocals there. A Soul for the Devil, a tasty brooding affair, so they can do all that stuff as well. Too Close for Comfort is basically Doctor Doctor. Red Lights, brutally heavy and faster than a speeding bullet, and then Medicine Man closes it off with some more of that fantastic Sparks shredding. There's nothing not to like on Edge of the World. Wolf really did have it all, apart from the breaks, and yet another of those new wave of British heavy metal era bands who were one album out, but what an album it is. It was reissued a couple of years or so ago by High Roller Records, and I think it's on a limited number release, probably just a few hundred, I think. I found one recently on Amazon, and as I type this post, it's still listed as available, so there must still be some copies left. So get yourself over there sharpish and bag yourself a proper classic from the new wave of heavy metal days. Tongue-tied new wave of British heavy metal days. Wolf, Edge of the World, done deal, Nawabum, classic, enough said. Link below in the description to the album on Amazon. Also a link back to the blog post if you'd like to read that. Please do both. Please also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.